Hello, everybody. Welcome to Éigse 2026, a gala event in support of the Centre for Irish Music. Come on for the Centre for Irish Music. That's right. I'm one of the instructors there. My name is Todd Menton. And I'm going to run things down for you. The program begins here and now. We're going to start by hearing from our executive director, Nora Rendell. She'll have a bunch of points to make, and after her remarks, we'll have the first half of our Teaching Artist concert series this evening. And then after that, the Play It Forward giving moment. Then we'll have a little break, during which there will be desserts and drinks available during the break. And after the break, we'll draw the raffle prizes. Once again, I remind you that the kids rocking around selling you raffle tickets, they are your friends. Buy tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets, okay? They are not your enemy, they are your friends, all right? After we draw the raffle prizes, we'll hear from our wonderful advanced youth ensemble, and then on to our live auction experience this evening. And finally, the second half of our teacher artist concert series before we send you home, okay? The food will still be out until 7:30, and then, as I said, drinks and desserts will be available during the break. Don't forget, the silent auction is still open. The silent auction is still open. It'll be open till 8:15. Keep on bidding, bid early and bid often, okay? And the live action auction, as I said, takes place after the break. Thank you so very much for coming to our gala event this spring. Come on, let's hear it for the Centre for Irish Music. Let's hear it. Now, I'd like to have you join me in thanking our sponsors here, especially the folks who helped us move from our lovely home at the Celtic Junction Arts Centre. Give it up to the Celtic Junction Arts Centre. Still our home. There's a big move. We're feeling a little shake. We're shaky. We're a little shaky. It's. You have to calm down. Okay, calming down. All right. Here are our sponsors at the Clada. Our Clada sponsors, Alexander, and hold your applause, please, until we're finished with the reading of the names. Alexander Avang, James Fahy. You can whoop if you want. Sarah and Jeff Larson, Beth Nunnally, Justin and Heather O'Carrick, Greg and Lisa Patton, David and Suzanne Reese. Those are our Clada sponsors. Come on. Our Tara sponsors, Joanne Vano. That's right. Dave McKenna, Karen Smith, and Martha West. Tara sponsors, give it up. Yep. Our ERA sponsors, Halloran Family Foundation, and Tim and Kim Scanlon. Come on. Come on for all the sponsors. Let's go. That's right. All right, I'll say one more time, the silent auction is still open. It closes at 8:15. Have a great night, friends. Be generous. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce a friend of mine and colleague, our director. She holds a degree in childhood music education. She can educate people. If you're a child and you want to do music, she can teach it to you. Teach is one syllable. That's what we're going to go with, all right? Childhood music education. She is an award-winning traditional vocalist and a world-class player of traditional Irish music on the flute and whistle. She organizes and inspires us at the Centre for Irish Music with a delightful, joyful, and supportive spirit. And friends, she is, hands down, my very, very favorite Canadian. Ladies and gentlemen, our director, Nora Rendell.
Oh, no. Hello. Thank you. How are you doing this evening? All right, I want you to put up your hands if this is your very first time ever at the St. Paul Event Center. Whoa! lots of you. Awesome. Welcome. And then put up your hands if this is your very first time at Eigse, a musical gala. Awesome. We have so many first-time people. Thanks so much for being here. So my name's Nora, and I am the director of the Center for Irish Music. I've been in this position for about 15 years, and I've been involved in seeing this organization grow into what it is today. So I wanted to welcome you. This is our 16th Éigse, a musical gala, and it's in a new place right in the heart of downtown St. Paul. And this is a place where Irish people have been gathering since the 1850s to organize cultural activities and celebrate their culture, which is really wonderful. So it's fitting that we're here. And this is also a place, if we took this building away, and it really, in a way, wasn't very long ago, that there wasn't all these big buildings here. The land we're on tonight is downstream of the confluence of the Mississippi and the Minnesota rivers. It's known as Badote, the ancestral homelands of the Dakota. And if we drive north, just to the north near White Bear Lake is the southern range of the Anishinaabe Nation. And tonight I wanted to send a special thank you to our Anishinaabe friends who are here with us tonight. We're so happy to have you here. And also to all of our Irish cultural organizations and Irish cultural organizers, past and present, who are here with us today. So let's give a round warm of applause. So the Center for Irish Music is a nonprofit organization, and we're here tonight to raise money for that organization and its mission. So thank you so much for being here and being a part of that. We are a music school with 28 instructors that we call teaching artists. You're about to hear them all perform for you. You're in for a really big treat. And just last year, we served almost 500 individual, unique students, teaching them Irish traditional music, and that's between private lessons on our 16 different instruments and song, including Irish and English, and also we've got group classes, group classes, ensembles, the Minnesota Irish Music Weekend. We've got Celtic Cuties, which is a program for young children with their families who come and learn songs with Elisa, and all the way to, it's never too late to start. If you're interested in learning how to play Irish music, just look us up, centerforirishmusic.org. We've got somebody who can teach you something, for sure. And that's kind of how we approach it all. So the beginning of the Center for Irish Music, though, the way it began was 21 years ago. Irish music was really, really popular. River dance was raging. There were thousands of people coming to watch river dance. Titanic came out, and Gaelic Storm played down in the steerage of the ship for that movie, and it made Irish music very, very popular. And it was really a big part of public kind of. It was ubiquitous. Everybody knew it, and everybody loves Irish music when they see it and when they hear it, and. But our local session musicians and the people who had been playing for a long time were concerned about our local community because there were no young people playing Irish music, and they were concerned about that. What will happen when we are old? Who's going to keep this tradition going on? Who's going to carry this on? And so Kate and Jody Dowling, who had young children of their own at that time, they decided, we're going to start an Irish music school, and they had a great board. And they just said, we're going to do this. And they kind of made a wave and got this whole thing going. And there was a need for it, and we're so excited that we're still here, and it really has grown so much. We still have people from that time involved at the school. And I got here somewhere not too long after they founded the school. I was over in Limerick, studying Irish traditional music. I was doing a master's in Irish traditional music performance on the flute. And I met a gentleman, a tall, dark, handsome, I don't know, he's not really dark. He is handsome. A musician from Bemidji, Minnesota. I'd never heard of Bemidji, and I barely knew anything about Minnesota. Minneapolis and Minnesota. I'm Canadian, and we get these things mixed up. Not anymore, but back then I did. And so he was telling me when we were meeting and hanging out, he was telling me about this great Irish music scene back in Minnesota, and he told me about his friends who were starting this school. So when I came here to spend more time with him, the word got around that I was passionate about teaching children singing, which is something I love to do. I love to sing, and I love kids. And so Kate asked me, would you start up a program for young children at the Center for Irish Music? And I said, well, of course, I would love to do that. And that's how I started at the school. And so it's great to be here, and look what happened. They reeled me right in, and I still live in Minnesota 17 years later. So now the Center for Irish Music is 21 years old, and I was saying this to some of our guests earlier tonight. 21 is a great age. If you think of your 21-year-old friends. Maybe even better, think about what you were doing when you were 21. So we're fun, we're exploring new ideas, we're trying out new leadership roles, we're ambitious, and we're starting to understand our position in the world. And as an organization, that really truly is happening. And Center for Irish Music is having an impact in the United States, and it's having an impact on traditional music worldwide, because nobody knew where Minnesota was in the trad music scene. And since our students have started traveling back and forth, and since we've had artists coming back and forth, it's really amazing to see. We're kind of putting Minnesota on the map, but we're also including this community in this incredible tradition that we love. It's cool. So there are three parts to our organization. One is we're an educational organization, we're a cultural institution, and we are a community organization. So I'll talk about culture first. So we teach cultural music, we teach traditional music, and a lot of people have never heard it before. Even people that you would think have heard it, they've never actually heard it before. It's so beautiful, and we love it. So our mission is to teach Irish music, and we teach it by ear, which is the traditional way. And what that really means is more than we're not using sheet music. An oral tradition means that you learn from a friend or from a mentor or from somebody who is willing to teach you, and there's a trust there. And then there's all these stories and histories and places and names and people that go along with that music. So that's what an oral tradition is. It's more than just knowing something by memory, okay? And that takes a long time to kind of understand how that works. Another cultural component is we have a commitment to our connection to modern Ireland. So we have a lot of friends in Ireland. We have 4 Irish-born instructors at the school, and it's really important to us that what we're doing is relevant and modern. It's a living tradition, and we have respect for the history, and we love the history, but it's a living tradition. So this is not an old thing that we're doing. This is a now thing that we're doing, and we love the traditional music and the inspiration that comes from it. And then we have students who travel to Ireland every year for an international competition called the Fla Ceol na HÉireann. The regional competition is here in the Midwest. But if you place first or second, then you qualify to go over to Ireland. And every year we have quite a few students who qualify to head over there. And they go over there and meet new friends. And year after year they make friends, and we have international friendships that are happening. And then, of course, we bring over our favorite artists of the year or people that we love, their music, and we get them P3 visas, and we bring them here for the Minnesota Irish Music Weekend every year. So we're very committed to that really authentic connection and real relationships and real music that's connected to modern Ireland. So, and then I think our final cultural connection is our commitment to the Celtic Junction Arts Center, which is St. Paul's cultural center. We rent 4,000 square feet at the Celtic Junction Arts Center, and we absolutely wouldn't be who we are without the Celtic Junction. We're a big part of what they do, and they're a huge part of what we do. So I know a lot of you have been there, but if you've never been there, please head over there to the Celtic Junction Arts Center on Prior Avenue. You can come see our classrooms, and you can go and see concerts, take Irish lessons, all sorts of things that they have there. Whatever we don't have, they have. Whatever they don't have, we have. So we have a wonderful relationship with them, and it's great. So, and then the second thing we do is education. Now, education is kind of the obvious thing you would think about with an Irish music school. But one of the amazing things about the Centre for Irish Music is that our teachers, our 28 teachers, they have space to develop their own programs. So 16 different instruments is a lot. And we also teach all of the levels of music, and we also teach all the ages. And so between all of that, it's very diverse what we're doing. And our instructors are very creative. They collaborate together, and we adapt our lessons to suit our students, all while we're trying to also kind of respect this tradition and teach people about a tradition that, in all truth, is very foreign to us. It's very foreign to us. And it takes a lot of humility, collaboration, and creativity to teach what that really means to play Irish traditional music. So, like, for example, Mary Vanorny, one of our amazing teachers, she's got Cape Breton roots. She's a impassioned music educator and educator of children, and she's developed this fiddle method for getting started with fiddle for anyone. So if you want to start playing, it's designed for children, but if you're 5 or 6 and you want to learn to play Irish music, you can get started from square one at the Centre for Irish Music. And she didn't just develop this for herself. She has also taught this method to some of her students and some of people who are now our teachers. And so she's been generous enough to share that with us. And we're seeing all sorts of great fiddle players coming through the school because of that. And it's been wonderful that she took the initiative and we made the space for her. And we've got Dahi Sproul, who has new classes every semester. He's got kind of his own following of people. So these are just two of our incredible instructors that we have, but it is remarkable that they're able to be creative and be themselves, but also be part of an organization. It's unique to have musicians who are really incredible artists who are willing to collaborate with one another, create space for one another, and also work together for this big project that's teaching a lot of people about Irish music, makes it more accessible to us. Now, when I came, I wanted there to be a pipeline. So I'm a music educator, and I wanted when kids came to the school and when their parents, who are driven, American parents, I mean, you know, America's an intense place, and I love it. I love it. I love it about America. I'm Canadian. Did I say that yet? I usually mention it right away. But I did really want there to be a path. You know, some people have ideas about folk music that it's like this thing you do on the side, and I wanted it to be something that you do as your main thing. And so we really worked at kind of building these levels through, which is a challenging thing to do in traditional music because it's kind of against the tradition. It feels so democratic, but really, truly behind it, there's a lot of skill. There's a lot of artists. And we have this ensemble program that trains musicians, Irish speaker, and he's an incredible musician. So this is a picture of them just this summer in Waterford at the All Ireland Flat, and they're playing for Irish TV. And Victoria's one of her teachers was Brian, and her teacher she's had for maybe even longer was Dahi Sproul. But you can see Brian over there having a snack in the corner, watching him. Of course, I took the picture. But she's just she's kind of an example of one of our successes, and I've got a few more on the next screen. This is on the left side is Julia DiGiorgio. So a lot of people know her brother because he won a big award on the fiddle. It's called the Shauna Riada Award. He won this, a gold medal award for his fiddle playing 5 years ago or so. But his older sister Julia is also a fabulous musician, and she sings as well. But she moved to London to complete her master's and became really involved in the music scene there. So this is her. I just found out from Mike, her dad, that she was just on Gantry, or Irish TV, TG4, last week in a feature about the Irish music scene in London with Orla McAuliffe and all sorts of other famous musicians from London. So that's a screenshot of her, and that's her and Joe playing at a festival over in Ireland recently. And then on the right is Adrienne O'Shea, and Adrienne is one of our teachers at the school. She was one of my students and has become one of my very, very good friends. But down at the bottom, that's her singing an unaccompanied traditional song at the Inishowen Folk Festival, Inishowen Traditional Song Festival last year. And then just this fall, she's doing an interview before she was leading a traditional song session. So we're really seeing our students, people we were involved in getting them started. We're seeing them to spread their wings and getting out into the world. It's wonderful. So, and the final part is community, and that is where you come in. And you are all here tonight. You are a part of our community by just being here and supporting us. And so thank you for being here. And what we're raising money for tonight is all of the things that make this music more accessible. And truly, the Center for Irish Music makes Irish music more accessible just by its existence here. But the 3 programs we have that really help are financial aid program. It's very active, very healthy, very well used by students of all ages for long periods of time, sometimes as well. Our instrument rental program, we maintain and rent out at very affordable prices traditional Irish instruments that would be much too expensive for most people if they were just kind of interested in trying it. And so that is really helping to break down the barriers and help people learn how to play. And then the last one is our outreach program, where we send our ensemble students out into the community and they play Irish music, and people are like, wait, this is amazing. I don't have to be in a pub to play this. That's awesome. So we're going to be raising money in the giving moment right after our instructor concert, which is just about to start. And I wanted to introduce our auctioneer tonight from Flatabo Advancement. Please welcome to the stage. This is Andy Imholt.
Thank you very much. How's everybody doing tonight? Awesome. I am so excited to be here with you tonight, especially since you haven't had an auctioneer before. And so the bar is very low. I should be able to clear that just fine. Friends, my name is Andy Imholt. I am from Flatabo Advancement. I'm super excited to be here. I wish I would have brought my mom, who's 3/4 Irish and tells me all about it all year long. So next year we're bringing her along, because it was the very last minute that she couldn't make it. But I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited for what we're doing here tonight. Now, I've got a little bit of business, and then we're going to get into the performances. When you came in, you got a program that also had a bidder number on the back. Can everyone just hold those up? I want to make sure everybody's got them, that they work. I mean, yep, wave them around. That's right. I always tell people, this is the least expensive all night. It's going to be to hold the number in the air. You should really enjoy it right now. Later, I'm going to be asking for money. Yeah, wave them around. Make sure they work. That's right. I love it in the back. Yes. I like that. I'm also getting a feeling that we may need to turn up the lights a little bit when I come back later. Friends, we are going to be doing some amazing support for this awesome organization. And so later tonight when I come back up here, we're going to ask you to hold up those numbers to make donations. We're going to have a live auction later as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. We still have the silent auction going that you'll be able to bid in. So I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to be here tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to raise a lot of money, and we're going to do it with your help. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. I'll be back up later.
Hello, 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 hello. That was a great picture of me eating some soup there on the street in Wexford. My name is Brian Miller. If you don't know me already, I'm Nora's husband, and I am also an instructor at the Center for Irish Music. I have the distinct pleasure of directing the Advanced Youth Ensemble and also a couple other ensembles at the school.
My name is Ellie Shermer. I play the flute and whistle, and I've been playing there since I was 5, but I practically lived there and been there since I was born.
Yeah, Ellie.
And together, we would like to welcome to the stage the first group of incredible instructor performers. Please hold your applause until the end, and welcome to the stage
Maddie Ernst on concertina and fiddle, Carmen Pascarella on flute,
Gabby Pascarella on flute, Danny Diamond on fiddle,
Abby Romer on fiddle, Mary Venorni on the fiddle,
John McCormick on accordion, Todd Menton on bowron and vocals,
Nora Rendell on flute and vocals, Dahi Sproul on guitar,
Ryan Benke on the kilt and the uilleann pipes. Ready? Let's hear it for these amazing musicians.
Thanks very much. We're going to start out with a set of slides, and there's 3 tunes in this set, and we just might have some dancers if you look over that way. Woo-hoo. So the first tune is called Barrack Hill, and I heard that from Jerry Harrington and Charlie Piggott when they were here in downtown St. Paul many years ago in a festival that Deb Martin had put on. And the second two are called O'Keefe's, which is, if you don't know the name of a slide, you might as well just say O'Keefe's, because 9 out of 10 are O'Keefe's. And then the second part of the last tune is actually currently under investigation by the Underwriters Laboratory, because if you listen closely, it exceeds the notes per million limit. So watch out for that.
All right. Oh, wait, hold on. What's the 6?
3, 3.
Right here. 1,
2, 2, 3.
2, 1, 2, 3. And our dancers!
Okie doke. Well, we're going to do a song now, and I'm going to sing. It's like a medley of the one song, which is a tricky one to do. But it's 2 different versions of a song, and these are songs I've actually taught fairly often in the Centre for Irish Music. And one of them is like a very sort of elaborate traditional air, and it's called Bando Adlana, and I heard it first from Seamus Ennis, the great piper and folklore collector. I heard it off his record. And it's really lovely. And then we go into a kind of lighter, jollier version of the song that comes from Sarah and Rita Kane from Galway. But I actually heard it sung by a guy called Frank Hogan in the Four Seasons. So we'd like to get the credits all correct, if at all possible. So here we go. Agus tamshel shalin je achal me machia noche da shol shel shiar en skach chango en yerian o wajin kamien tranona Noorem heen en on en sanach kami umaro Shellen holes rock jore sta wine sheen around Vrav jasse and down She bandu on land of Barnum Tabogum merliu Gus's father made the jay Och I'll never heal and no Da sholu shir sheer and skach etch the jay Nigerian Nagavillian she wam tranona Moldu alanda she moldu and yadi Moldu is shedding on the dorsey It's the wine shaheen around the vra of the sundown She moldu alanda the varlam The yoin shaban sabun Agus shrur bands of lion Na banori al shore she As the wine shaheen around the vra of the sundown She moldu alanda the varlam Moldu alanda she moldu and yari Moldu is shedding in on the dorsey It's the wine shaheen around the vra of the sundown She moldu alanda the varlam Scanner after scrap, Sorienti the Rahiven War, a snack in the winter, nor the yan and shane and yard, the chassis the green and nowhere. Mondu Alanda, she Mondu and Yari, Mondu is jetting in on the dorsey. It's the wine shaheen around the vla of the sundown She moldu again the barlam Thanks very much, Gilmaiga.
Dahi Scroll.
Well, thanks very much. My name is Mary Vinorni. I'm a fiddle instructor here at the Center for Irish Music, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. This is my first year attending without my daughter in the program. So she's up and graduating this year, so outgrowing the program. And I'm very lucky because I still have lots of students here. And I'm very happy that they're here, and even several here tonight. So we're going to play some jigs for you next. It's a set of 3 jigs that were put together by all of us, maybe. Okay. Anyways, I learned the first 2 jigs from John McCormack sitting next to me, just sitting in sessions for many years, and picked up these 2, and I didn't even know their names until we started rehearsing for this. So the first tune is called Paddy Fahey's, which is kind of like the slides. You could call a lot of jigs that, and it would be correct. And the second tune is actually a tune that we have an under-15 Cayley band that's going to compete in the Midwest Flaw this year, this Irish music competition, all the way in St. Louis, Missouri. And they're going to be competing with this jig. It's called Young Tom Ennis. And then we'll finish with the Kilmovie, one of my favorites.
3, 3, 2.
Yes.
so much. So over on this side, we've got one of our newest instructors, in fact, Gabby Pascarella. Gabby, give us a wave. And her sister, Carmen Pascarella, right beside her, who's studying music education at the University of Minnesota. Great flute players, those two. Well, we're going to continue on with a song, and this is a song that is called The Island of Woods, and it's a song that the words were written by a friend of mine named Barry Foy. He's here tonight, but the tune was written many years before by Liz Carroll, who's a great friend of Dahi's, and renowned fiddle player, and maybe even more famous as a composer of Irish music. And she lives in Chicago. She's incredible. So she wrote this tune, and Barry wrote the words, and it kind of explores the time, imagines the time before all the trees were cut down in Ireland, when it was really, truly an island of woods. So here you go.
In the times before, long ago, far away, on every brave field and shore, far ago, long away, like guardian angels all, they stood serene, broad and tall, but the trees don't protect us anymore. This world has soldiered on long ago, far away, but all those angels are gone, far ago, long away. The rustling leaves and boughs, a vacant memory now. All that's left is a story in a song. Do me a kindness, tell me please, what happened to the trees? Where are the oak, the ash, the alder, and the pine? Where is the acorn and the cone, the birds that call them home? Where is the shadow cast to measure out the time? They towered stand on stand long ago, far away, and sanctified town and land, far ago, long away, and every autumn's cold turned their green into gold, like the touch of some elemental hand. They calm the glens with green, far ago, long away. They shaded islands and streams, far ago, long away, till suddenly they're no more. They've all become ships of war, or the fuel for insatiable machines. Do me a kindness, tell me please, what happened to the trees? Where are the oak, the ash, the alder, and the pine? Where is the acorn and the cone, the birds that call them home? Where is the shadow cast to measure out the time? Before we raised and burned long ago, far away, before the masts had been turned, far ago, long away, nestled in glade and grove, a web of life that nature wove, flared its heart so its message could be learned. But we refused to see long ago, far away, forgot the trees' mystery, far ago, long away. Now didn't we fail them then? Haven't we failed them again and again and again and again? Do me a kindness, tell me please, what happened to the trees? Where are the oak, the ash, the alder, and the pine? Where is the acorn and the cone, the birds that call them home? Where is the shadow cast to measure out the time.
Thanks very much, friends. We'll do one more for you now. We're going to do a song. There's a great many songs. They come under the banner of the Jug of Punch. This is one of them. It's called the 23rd of June. And that's the eve of midsummer. And a song, in this case, by a weaver, weaving at his loom. And you can sing along. The chorus goes as follows. Now, when it comes around, the bit right before it is Ladly Fall the Dee. Okay? Now, you don't sing that part unless you pick up on it. You get to, if you like. Then after that, your part is Ladly Fall the Dee, Ladly Fall the skiddle idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle diddle dum dum dee. Got it? Good. I'm counting on you. Oh, gee. Here you go. I'm not worried about you. It being the 23rd of June, as I sat weaving all at me loom. It being the 23rd of June, as I sat weaving all at my loom. I heard a thrush singing in the desire, than to sit him down all beside the fire. And in his hand a jug of punch, and on his knee a tidy lass. Ladly fall the dee, ladly fall the fiddle idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle diddle dum dum dee. Oh, when I'm drunk, the money's my own, and if you don't like me, you can leave me alone. Oh, when I'm drunk, the money's my own, and if you don't like me, you can leave me alone. I'll tune my fiddle, I will rosin my bow, I'll be welcome wherever I go. Ladly fall the dee, ladly fall the fiddle idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle diddle dum dum dee. Oh, when I'm dead, and in my mould that my head and feet leave a flowing bowl. Oh, when I'm dead, and in my mould that my head and feet leave a flowing bowl. And every fair young man who happens by, he will take a drink and remember I ladly fall the dee, ladly fall the fiddle idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle diddle dum dum dee. Yep. It being the 23rd of June, as I sat weaving all at me loom. It being the 23rd of June, as I sat weaving all at me loom. I heard a thrush singing in the bush, and the song he sang was the Jug of Punch. Ladly fall the dee, ladly fall the fiddle idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle dum skiddly idle diddle diddle dum dum dee. Thanks very much, friends.
Todd Menton. Well, please welcome to the stage Andy Umholt.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's give him another big round of applause. Wow. I'm going to let you guys keep the stage for a little bit. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. I got to ask one more time. Let's give them a huge round of applause for this amazing concert they're giving. Wow. I think that we can all agree that the tradition of music and that sharing those stories and that connection is something we can all feel. You can feel it on stage. As somebody who talks fast as part of my profession, of vocal and a sharing of tradition through vocal is sharing that is just truly incredible. Now, friends, we have got something very special for you that we want to share. We created a video that really talks about what we're doing here tonight, what we're doing all year long, and we want to share it with you because it really is going to set up this next moment, this special giving moment. So if you'll stick with us for a few more minutes, and then we're going to take our break. But first, we want to show you this video. If you turn your attention to either screen on the other side, if you please start the video.
I started as a student, I believe, 16 years ago when I was 4. I'm 20 now, and I just started instructing and helping out with ensemble. And it really ties the whole bringing down the tradition together because I was that little kid in the chair with the guitar who doesn't know what he's doing, and now I see that kid in the chair with the guitar who doesn't know what he's doing, and I want to help and I want to teach them. I want to give them that love that I got for the tradition.
To keep CIM running for a year probably would cost probably several $100s, maybe even $1,000.
In my time involved in CIM, frequently I've gotten the same line from tutors saying, it's not like anywhere else we've been in the US, because the students are like remarkably proficient and knowledgeable and clued in to what the tradition is.
Our storytelling from Connemara is done through song or music, and especially the old style, and that's how the songs have been passed on from generation to generation.
And straight putting down to Ulster.
I've made lots of friends throughout my journey in Irish music. We've connected throughout our love of the instruments and the music itself, the rhythm and the little pop in some of the tunes that just makes you go, yeah.
One of my favorite things about the Center for Irish Music is that all ages can come. You can learn at any age.
We want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to play the instrument they want, whether that's a harp or uilleann pipes. Like, those aren't easy to find, they aren't easy to pay for, which is why the Center for Irish Music takes this money and they go and they repair the pipes and they buy the harps so that people who want to play those instruments can just rent them from the Center for Irish Music at a much lower cost.
The donations go towards getting instruments and repairs and making sure everyone has an instrument to play. Some goes to financial aid for those who can't necessarily afford lessons.
I think there is a lot of interest in starting this instrument and learning it. To be able to have some on hand to rent actually is an incredible gift.
Well, I don't know really how much it weighs or what type of wood it is, but I know it was at least $5,000, probably more. I didn't pay for it. My mom did. I hope to be able to pass down the music tradition because I think it's really fun, and if nobody else starts learning how to play, then the Irish music's going to die, and it shouldn't die because it's really fun to play.
Yeah. Wow. A couple hundred, maybe even $1,000 for the whole year. Friends, that so much of what we are trying to do with this, with our organization, with our community here, is to pass on these traditions. And you saw how much the kids, financial transactions aside, love their time with us, love to learn, and have grown so much through this music. Tonight, in the next few moments, we're going to try to raise as much money as we can, working together as a community, supporting what we're doing, supporting the difference we're making. I think we can all agree in this day and age, coming together as a community and supporting each other is one of the strongest, most powerful things we can do. And it really helps us as we're looking at financial aid and we're looking at instruments, repairing instruments and providing instruments to students. We never want to turn anyone away from our traditions and to learning more about who we are based on financial burden. So tonight our goal is to do that, to continue to do community outreach performances. All of these funds, all of these general operating expenses, everything that we're doing in the next few moments is going to help continue to do the great work that we do for the next year and beyond. But we can't do it without you. So tonight, we're going to try to raise as much money as we can in the next few minutes. And as I ask for a level that you feel comfortable giving, we ask you hold your number up in the air. And we want to thank you and recognize you for that donation and your support of our mission. So tonight as we get started, we're going to ask boldly, is there anyone tonight that wants help get us started with a $10,000 donation to get us started here tonight? If anyone's interested in giving at this very first level, we ask you hold your number up in the air. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Number 170. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you. That's one at $10,000. Is there anyone else tonight that wants to join her with a $10,000? Number 144. Thank you. Give her a big round of applause. That's two. Wow. At $10,000. Anyone else tonight with a $10,000 donation? Last call. Anyone else at $10,000? Let's give them both another big round of applause. Thank you for starting us off. You know, it's exciting when we started talking about this moment, when we started consulting and when I was brought in and we were talking about this and our teams were talking together, we were really trying to say, you know, what do you think, like, how do people want to get behind this? And they actually found two family foundations, two Irish-American family foundations came forward because they wanted to support this very special moment. And they said, we want to match dollar for dollar every donation starting right now at the $5,000 level, which is our next level, up to $30,000. Let's give them a huge round of applause to these two foundations for what they're doing here tonight. That means starting right now, every dollar we raise, starting right now up to $30,000 is going to be matched 100%. Okay, so if you want to give tonight at the $5,000 level, we'd love to see your hand in the air. We want to thank you and recognize you for helping us out tonight. Is there anyone that wants to join us tonight at this level, knowing your donation will be doubled? Is there anyone that could give tonight with a $5,000? Yes, we have one back here. Number 142. Give him a big round of applause. Right there, that's one at $5,000. Number 180. Thank you very much. Give them both a big round of applause, doubling their donation. Anyone else with a $5,000 donation tonight? Anyone else with a $5,000? Let's give them both another big round of applause for what they're doing here tonight. Friends, we're going to keep on going tonight because I am here for counting. And we've only just begun to use that match. So let's keep going. We're going to move to our $2,500 level. If you can give it this level, we'd love to see your hand in the air. We want to thank you for helping us tonight. Yes, number 199 gets us started. Give them a big round of applause. That's one at $2,500. Anyone else tonight with a $2,500 donation? Anyone else with a $2,500 donation tonight? If you want to join in, anyone else with $2,500, let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you, sir, for getting us started there. If you want to join in, you can always raise your hand. Friends, we're going to keep on moving. We're going to move to our $1,000 level. Friends, we want to shout out from watching online. Like, this is another example of somebody who could not be here tonight, but is watching online, and they wanted to give it $1,000. Leah and Ian Evison, thank you. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. They're in the back. They're watching online. Thank you for giving tonight. They got us started. Who else wants to join them with a 1,000? Number 237, give them a big round of applause. And number 262, give them both a big round of applause in the back. Number 315 and number 194, give them a big round of applause at 1,000. Number 152 and number 276, give them both a big round of applause. Each at $1,000. We have another one back there. Can you turn? Oh boy, I can't read that one. One more time. 229. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you, number 229. Anyone else with a $1,000 donation tonight? I didn't want to miss anyone else. Let's give all those $1,000 donors that have all had their donations doubled a big round of applause for what they did here tonight. Now, friends, we're going to keep on moving tonight because we have got some more opportunities and we got some more music coming too. So we're going to keep on going. Our next level tonight is the $500 level. If you can give it this level, we'd love to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Oh, number 191 gets us started. Give her a big round of applause. That's one. Number 147 gives it $500. Is there anyone else tonight that wants to give number 321? Give them a big round of applause. 321, thank you. Anyone else with a $500 donation tonight? Number 254, give him a big round of applause, as well as 104. Give them both a huge round of applause tonight at the $500 level. Anyone else with a $500 donation tonight? Anyone else with a $500 donation? Friends, let's give all of our $500 donors a big round of applause for what they're doing tonight. As we move on to our next level, it is the $250 level. Who can give tonight with a $250 donation? Number 111 gets us started. Give them a big round of applause. And number 245, thank you. Number 212, give them a big round of applause, as well as 299, thank you. Number 270 and 219, give them both a big round of applause. Number 137 and 330, give them a big round of applause. Number 133 and number 226, give them a huge round of applause. Number 175 wants to give tonight, thank you. As well as 176, give them both a big round of applause. All at $250, incredible. Anyone else with a $250? Well, let's give all of our donors who've given tonight a huge round of applause for what we've done together. It's awesome to see. Now, friends, I want to dedicate our final level to that young man who started off. This is our hundreds and hundreds of dollar level, which is all we need, right? If everyone gave hundreds and hundreds of dollars, then we'd be good. We would make it. So tonight, this is our $100 level. If you've not yet had a chance to give, or you want to give just, you know what, I can give just one more time at our special hundreds and hundreds dollar level. The $100 level, friends. Let's see as many hands as we can in the air. Number 247, give her a big round of applause. Number 301, give him a big round of applause as well. Let's see. Number 209 gives 100. Number 303 and 305, give them both a big round of applause. Anyone else with a $100 donation tonight? As we have some fun tonight. Anyone else with a $100 donation as we finish out? Last call at $100. Let's give all of our donors a big round of applause. All right, friends. If for some reason I did not ask for the level you want to give, maybe you want to give more or less or somewhere in between. I didn't ask for $100,000 to start off, but we can. If you want to give that amount, we won't stop you. Friends, whatever you want to give. Or perhaps you prefer to make your gifts anonymously. Maybe you're holding your hand up in front of everybody isn't the way you like to make your donations. We completely understand. You can talk to our team at the checkout later, or on your tables right now, there are envelopes. On those envelopes is a QR code you can scan. You can also fill out that envelope, turn it in as well for donations. Friends, every dollar makes a difference, and you made a real difference here tonight. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. All right. Todd, are you almost ready here? Who's going to come up here? We have a couple quick announcements, friends. I'm going to be back up later after our break and after another little performance. We have got some fabulous auction items, so don't go anywhere for that. Obviously, you aren't leaving because we've got an amazing performances still left to go. However, until 8:15, which is only about 10 minutes from now,
10 short minutes.
We still have a silent auction.
Silent auction is still ongoing. That's correct, Andy. There's food building tickets left. Karen Folliard's food building tour. Okay. We have a few of those left. There are 2 tickets left for the Rendell Miller House concert. That you don't want to miss that. We have Celtic Cuties artwork. We have a C-Jack concert package. Somebody can bid upon and win a Baron. Gee, golly gosh, I wonder where they could get instruction on the Baron. I wonder. All right, so that's correct. 8:15 is when that closes.
And I know some of you have been trained by eBay and other bidding sites. They're like, "Oh, I'll just wait till the very end to bid." But on those ticket packages, they'll be gone if you wait that long. So you want to hurry and grab those.
Closes at 8:15, but you still have time. Get out on it, friends. Now, and for the raffle, drawing is going to happen after we come back. The raffle, you can win either one, the Irish Fair of Minnesota VIP experience. That's Irish Fair of Minnesota VIP experience. Or, number 2, the curated basket of premium top shelf Irish whiskey. I say again, Irish whiskey.
That's right.
Get the raffle tickets, friends. Hurry up and get them. Look for the kids. Now, we're going to take an extremely short break. Drinks and desserts are ready for you to consume during the breaks. Listen for the sound of our outstanding piper, Mr. Billy Sherman. Give it up for Billy Sherman on the pipes. Yep. And for his drummer, who is also his son, Oliver Sherman. Listen for them. When you hear them, it's time to take your seats. Like I say, extremely quick break, friends. We got a lot left to do here at Éigse Gaela.
If you have those envelopes I talked about, you can turn them in on either side of the room. We've got a spot they're waving over there as well, and you can turn in those as well. They've got some spots for that, so if you want to take care of that right now, you can. We'll be back up shortly. Thank you. Have a great night.
Attaboy, Jim. Attaboy, Jimmy. Attaboy, Oliver. Let's hear it for the piper and the drummer. Father and son. All right, welcome back to the second half of our presentation, friends. A couple of very quick notes I have to remind you about before we proceed. First of all you fund-a-need donors, check in at the side tables. If you're not sure where they are, ask. You need to check in to complete your donation. Check in, all you fund-a-need donors. Also, Mr. Patrick Mon is taking photos. If you're interested in having a Éigse Gala event photo against the lovely backdrop back there, Patrick will be doing that throughout the rest of the evening. All right. Now, I once again have the great pleasure of introducing our director, Nora Rendell, for the raffle drawing. Nora Rendell, do you have the raffle drawing ready to go? Cutting behind you.
Thank you, Todd. And great.
Tap
Okay,
dance,
so
Nora.
we are just waiting for the raffle tickets. They're a popular item, so they're still selling. But apparently we still have some ticketed experiences for Kieran Folliard's Food Building, and it is a fabulous experience. On Thursday, March 19th, you can hang out with Kieran Folliard at the Food Building, his building, and talk to him and listen to him tell stories about whiskey and about all of the beautiful food that is made right there in the Food Building. All right. Do we have anything else we want to tell people about here this evening, Todd?
Let's make something up. Hey!
I have something I could do.
Oh, please, go. Please do.
Okay, repeat
I got
after
nothing.
me. I'm teaching you the chorus to the finale song. Are you ready? So it goes like this. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Here you go. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Light of the moon smile down on your road. And then safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Here you go. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Oh, beautiful. That's going to make the end of tonight even more perfect. All right, thank you. You're beautiful singers. Are we ready? Okay, let's welcome onto the stage. This is Isabel Miller and Josie Sherman. All right, so we have 3 raffle prizes, okay? So Josie, why don't you mix the tickets around? And Izzy is going to pick the first ticket, and this first ticket is going to be the first basket of premium curated Irish whiskeys. And Izzy is going to pull the ticket. Ready, Iz? Okay, put your hand in there. Pick the best one, the luckiest one, the one that feels the best. Don't look at it. Keep your eyes closed. Okay, and hand it to me. Corey Hudson. All right, Corey. I'm coming over to your house. All right, and now Josie. Okay, let's switch. So Izzy's going to mix them around. Josie's going to pick one out. This is for the Irish Fair of Minnesota VIP basket. So 2 VIP tickets to the Irish Fair of Minnesota and a little whiskey thrown in there, I believe. Okay, Josie, go for it. Ruth Fenton. All right. Congratulations, Ruth. Ruth will be at the Irish Fair. That's perfect. All right. And for our third and final raffle prize, which is another beautiful basket, but the whiskey is more beautiful, that's inside the basket. And so, Izzy, you're going to pick this one. Oh, Tom Miller. Wow, that's awesome. All right, so enjoy the rest of this concert is Mary Vanorny and Teddy Brandt.
No, I'll be.
Todd.
Yes,
Todd Menton,
yes.
come on up. All right, thank you, everyone.
Oh, I could say so many things about the whiskey, but I won't. I just won't. Because now it is time to introduce our lovely advanced youth ensemble. We are so proud of these players. They've done so much. They have embraced and they embody the spirit of traditional Irish music in ways that I can't even describe. From sessions to community events to flocule competitions, from which they bring home medals every single time. All the medals. Trust me. Remember, did you ever see Spartacus when the army is on the march? Clink, chink, clunk, chink, clunk, chink. That's the kids coming down the hallway when their medals are banging together. All right. On the flute, Ellie Shermer. Hold your applause. On the flute, Ellie Shermer. Hold it. On the flute, Ellie Shermer. On the fiddle, Tegan Crow. Another fiddle, Allegra Larson. Yet another fiddle, Ben Ebbinger. Oh my goodness, more fiddles, Beth Bryson. On the accordion, Teddy Brandt. On banjo, Colin Fenton. And the director of the Advanced Youth Ensemble on the guitar, Brian Miller. Off you go!
Okay, so we're going to start off by playing a set of reels called The Tempest, Love at the Endings, and Tom World's Downfall.
Our next set will be a mazurka called The Barnacle, followed by a reel called The Ronan Boys, which is written by Liz Carroll and named after the sons of Pauline Keneally. 1, 2, 3, 1. Sorry, Colin.
Guitar players are people too.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Center for Irish Music Advanced Youth Ensemble. Come on! None better. None better. All right, I do believe it's auction time. Please welcome Andy Imholt back to the stage.
All right. Let's do this. How's everybody doing? Okay, so we had a lot of fun. We've had a little break. And now we've got some fabulous auction items. Just a couple of items, not too much, and then the show will go on. So
correct.
Don't sit on your hands. Now's the time to bid. Let's have some fun. How about we tell them about if you want to bid tonight, you hold your hand up in the air. If your neighbor wants to bid, you help them hold their hand up in the air. That's how we're going to work. We're all going to work together through this one. All right.
Teamwork.
Let's tell them about our first auction item tonight.
The Waldman Brewery Tasting and Tour. The winner and 5 of their lucky friends will tour the historic, lovingly restored Waldman Brewery. The owner, Mr. Tom Schroeder, whose wife Anne is a CIM student, by the way, friends, learning the tradition, will lead the tour. You'll be sampling delightful local brew in a delightful local atmosphere. Thank you so much, Tom and Anne.
All right, Todd, I'm reporting live from the floor here. I am with Tom. Tom, can you let's give Tom a big round of applause.
What?
Thank you for this.
Tom Schroeder.
Tom, we had a chance to talk during the break. This really does feel like live TV in that way. We were talking during the break. And what is a little bit of the experience? What are people going to expect with this amazing package?
Oh, Andy, it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun for me, too. So I just want to address the elephant in the room. We're a German saloon. But
nobody's perfect.
But we've actually collaborated a lot with Center for Irish Music over the years. And in fact, the Advanced Youth Ensemble is going to be coming to a rebranded O Waldman on St. Patrick's Day. So,
come on!
As well as on Luan, the adult ensemble, and numerous other Center for Irish Music musicians have graced us over the years, including Brian and Nora themselves. So, what we're going to experience is a fabulous 90-minute tour of the history of the city's oldest lager beer saloon, its only surviving Civil War period saloon at that. And Andy, I'm going to throw in, tonight only, 10 liters.
Oh, this just in. Sorry, back to the news. Okay.
I'm going to toss in 10 liters of beer as well. 10 liters of beer.
Liters.
We'll do beer tasting back in the brewery with my head brewer, Matt Wilders, and it'll be a fun, fabulous experience, which you can schedule at your group's convenience. Just tell me when, and we'll do it.
Wow, let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much.
Tom Schroeder.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What am I bid for this tonight? What do you say? Let's get it started. Who give me 5, 4, 3? Who give me $200 to get it started tonight? Let's have some fun. 200 back here, 2. And now 300. Let's go 300. A little bit of 3 up front. Thank you. Now 400. And now 400. A little bit of 400. Would 350 help? We can take little steps. $350. Think you should. 350. I got 300 up front. 350. Thank you. And now $400. You had it almost. 400. A little bit of 400. What do you say? $400 on it. 400. And now 450 back to you. 450. 450, 50, 50. It's your turn. 450. 450. New fire. He's back. And now 500. They're fighting back there, but we can just take them. How about that sound? 500. 500. Thank you. And now 550. 550. What do you say? 550. Think about it a little bit. 550 on it. Yes, you should. Don't talk to each other. Bid against each other. 550. Yes, new fire. And now 600. Yep, take a little drink. It'll be a little easier. $600. Your turn again. 600. What do you think? It's 600. And now 650. And now 650 on it. 650. I can see you through the lights. 650. And now 700. Now 700. 700. Everybody go 700. We left common sense $500 ago. 750. And now 800. 800. Everybody go 800 one time. 800. They're thinking about it. Yes, 800. The rock and roll. And now 850 back to you. 850, 850, 50, 50, 50, 50, 850. Now 900. $900 bid. I haven't forgot about you back there. 9. I know we've been just sitting in and waiting. And now $900 bid. Go 900 once more time. 900, 900, 900, 900. Now 950. 950, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Yes, you should. $950 on it. We've had this much fun. It hasn't cost a dime yet. 950. 950. Anyone else? $950 on it. Yes, 950. 1,000. Let's go. $1,000 bid. Go $1,000 on it. One. Hold on. It's for the children.
Think of the children.
That's right. Think When you're drinking, think of the children. $1,000 to you. $1,000. Yes, 1,000. 1,100. Wait, hold on. Listen, Tom. We were talking earlier, and you said there's no way you're going to get $1,000 for this thing. And now we have it. I got 2 people that really want it. Would you be willing to maybe do a second one? Would you be willing to do a second one? We can let these. Yes, you would. We're going to sell one right there. Let's sell it to them. What's your number again? Number 325. Would you like to match them? You get the other one. Number 53. Number 325 and number 53, each at 1,000. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you to the brewery.
Lovely.
Wow.
Lovely.
All right. Thank you, Tom and Ann. That is amazing. Back to you. What's our next item?
All right. The next is 2 round-trip direct flight tickets to Dublin on Aer Lingus. I got nothing. That's all I have to say. 2 round-trip tickets to Dublin on Aer Lingus. There's always room in the overhead bin for fun and adventure on Aer Lingus. Many thanks, Aer Lingus.
All right, let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, Aer Lingus, for this one. What am I bet on this one here? Who'll give me $1,500? Who'll give me $300 to start them off? Let's go. Who'll get $300? Thank you, 3. And now 400. What'd you get? 4. And now $500. Better go 500 right here. $500. Yes, you should. 500. And now $600. What do you say? 6? Is that a yes, sir? 600 over here. 600. And now 700. You're both out. Now $700 on it. 7 in the back. Thank you. 700. I see you back there. 700. And now 800. And now 900. And now $900. Better go $900. We're all out. 900 in the other corner. 900. Everybody's bidding. I love it. And now $1,000. And now 1,100, and now 1,100 on it, $1,100 on it, 1,100. Everyone got real quiet all of a sudden. 11. There we go, 1,100, and now 1,200. Back to you, sir. $1,200 on it, 1,200. What are you thinking? One more time. $1,200. Anyone else at 1,200? $1,200 on it, 1,200. Are you sure? 1,200. Right here, 12. I got it right there. 1,200. Would you go 1,250? 1,250. I didn't. We'll take small steps if we have to. And now 1,300. Who wants to jump back in at 1,300? You can take it again at 13 if you want. 1,300. And now 1,400. 1,400 on it. What do you say? 1,400 on it. 1,400. Anyone else at 1,400? Going once? Going twice? Oh yeah. No, you're in. 1,400. On the wire, 1,400. Now you can bid again. Now 1,500. And now 1,500. You think about it. 15. Thank you. And now 16. 16. Well, now you put it down. I got the impression you're kind of done there. We've crossed your line. That's okay. 1,600. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone from the back? You guys were having a lot of fun earlier. 1,600. I sold it right here. 1,500. Let's give him a big round of applause. Number 115. Bidder number 115. 1,500. Back to you.
Many
I think this is our
thanks.
final auction item. If you haven't yet bought something, now's the time.
Now, one of our brilliant former student of mine and a brilliant session baron player around town, Wendy Stone, and her husband, Mark Rutkavich, are offering an Irish Indigenous experience for 2 at Eigse Wassissan, their establishment. You'll learn about traditional Indigenous foods and medicines. It includes a 90-minute walk through their property, learning about Indigenous biodiversity and the knowledge that it takes to keep the land healthy and prospering. All right, it takes place on a 160-year-old former farm, and that's the home of Wendy Stone and Mark Rutkavich. Many, many, many thanks to them.
Wow, let's give them a big round of applause. Friends, really a cool, very personal package, very priceless type of experience. Friends, let's have some fun on this. Oh, right there. There they are. Hold on. No, wait. We've got some news from the floor. Half the fun. Here we go. Come on, I'm coming over here. All right.
He's on the move, friends.
That's a language that's been spoken in this area for thousands of years. I said, hello, all my relatives. And I mean that every single time I say it. We are all related as human beings, and we all love this place that we call home. And so what you get, in addition to all the things they said, is we also will feed you. You're spending some time with us. So we'll be cooking some traditional Anishinaabe dishes. We'll be actually gathering some of the food for our meal while we walk around together. And then we can have a conversation both about the long history of relationship between Irish people and the Anishinaabe of the Upper Great Lakes. Irish came into my bloodline in the very early 1700s. True, on the Native side of the family. So we'll have a meal together, and what we're really going to do is build some real connections to one another. We're not so very different. We're going to share our love of the land together, share a meal together, and we'll have this great safe space to talk about not only the past, but how we can make this home of ours better for our grandchildren's grandchildren. Chimagwech. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow, give them a big round of applause. All right, friends, what am I bid for tonight? What do you say for this price, this opportunity tonight? What do you say? Who give me 5, 4, 3? Give me 200 to start it. Let's have some fun. Who get 200 on it? 2, now 3, and now 300. Everybody go $300 on. I got 200 right over here. I'm looking for $300. What do you say tonight? Who get 300 in the back? Thank you. And now 400. And now 400. Everybody go $400 for the experience tonight. 400. Everybody go 400. Who get $400 on it? I have 300 in the back. I'm looking for $400. Anyone else? 400. 400. New fire there. Would you give 500, sir? Just ahead of you go. All right, it was at the same time. Would you go 450? I'll go easy steps on you. I got 400 right there. I'm looking for 450. While they're sitting next to each other, they're smiling, they're bidding against each other. I love it. And now 450. 400 is bid. I'm looking for 450 on it tonight. Who give 450 tonight? $450 on it. Anyone else? Last call. 450 on the wire. And now 500. You're both out back there. $500 on it. 500 only pays to be the winner at the end of the race. $500. Here we go. $500. I got 450 right up the middle. I'm looking for $500. Anyone else going once? $500 going twice. Third and final call. Friends, I have sold it right up the middle. $450. Give them a big round of applause. What is your number? What's your bidder number? Hold that up real quick. Bidder number 315. Bidder number 315. $450. Give them a huge round of applause. Let's give all of our bidders, all of our buyers, and all of our donors a big round of applause for what they did here tonight. Tom, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andy Imholt from Flattabo Advancement. Let's hear it. A real live auctioneer. All right, I do believe we have, I have absolutely no concept what's happening next. I wonder if there's going to be some more music. Somebody say something. Help me, help me, help me. Yep. Are we up? I think are we looking for Mary Vinorni?
We've got Mary Vinorni and Teddy Brand. Come on up. They're going to introduce the next thing happening. Give them a round of applause.
Oh, we get 2. Whoa.
This is dangerous.
So, how's everyone doing? Well, that's pretty good.
Oh, we have to introduce the band behind us here. Yes, we get 2. Thank you. We get 2.
Well, joining me in introducing the band is the respectable Mary Vinorni.
Oh. Ask me who my second favorite student is.
I'll take second. Considering I'm not even your student.
Anymore.
I got fired.
All right, well, Teddy and I could do this all night, but we won't, for your sake. We will instead just introduce the band behind us here. We have Sean Egan on the keyboard and Hannah Flowers on the harp. Oh, please hold your applause until we're all done. Thank you.
Geez, she's so bossy. And then we have Brian Miller on the bouzouki and flute and Adrian O'Shea on the flute and song.
You read that well. Okay, then we have Maureen McBurney on the banjo. He's one of our newest instructors. And Charlie Heyman on the accordion. And he's going to sing a song for you. One of our oldest instructors. Okay. Sorry.
We also have Rosa Wells on fiddle and Ian Dove McAfee on flute.
Woo. And Chad McNally on the harp, the flute, and the pipes. That's right, he does it all. Yeah, you can cheer for that. And Emily Doyle on the fiddle. There we get you all. Yeah?
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. Swap that way and give her my
Sean?
You make us.
There it is.
All right, we're going to kick things off with a set of reels here. The first one is by one of the great Irish tunesmiths, Vincent Broderick of East Galway. And we're going to jump into Captain Kelly's and finish things off with the Old Blackthorn. All right, great.
Ready? You guys good?
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4.
Target heart rate achieved.
All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Are we awake still? I hope. Oh, good, yeah. Wonderful. You aren't all asleep. That's great. Because I'm about to play the harp, so you will be asleep soon. I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to play a song that's not a Christmas song. That is a joke for me alone. I just made a Christmas album, so yeah, 18 months of Christmas carols is a lot. But I'm going to sing a new song, which is always dangerous, but we'll give it a go anyways. I learned this song off of a great album from a guy named Derry by the name of Jack Warnock. Has a great album. He's a Derry man, and he sings this song on that record called William and Davy, which is actually a Kate Rusby song, but his version is better. So you should go listen to it. I'm going to give it my best and hopefully remember all the words to William and Davy. William and Davy were born in one hall. They grew side by side as they grew strong and tall. Both had only quarreled now and then. 20 years they were fine young men. 20 years they were fine young men. William and Davy, their hearts had been won. For each of them, she's the very same one. Eyes are blue, she had soft and snowy skin. Fairer maiden that never had been. Fairer maiden that never had been. Said William to Davy, this girl I must wed. She fills my dreams and she fills my head. I have loved this girl that I adore. Round the ocean, willing to swim. Round the ocean, I'm willing to swim. Oh, dearest William, you must be fair. She's in my heart, she'll always be there. That I am, oh, and happy I will be. I will arms, she soon will be. In my arms, she soon will be. Said William to Davy, let us ride unto her. We'll stand side by side. There she'll choose who shall love and who shall wed. Who will I with her in her bed? Who will I with her in her Brothers, they rode through wind and through rain. Each of them her heart for to gain. They rode until they were standing at her door. Bellies empty, their hearts were sore. Bellies empty, their hearts were sore. Swiftly the maiden she opened the door. William and Davy, come round here no more. When I am old and happy I will be. Gold and silver she gave to me. Gold and silver he gave to me. William and Davy, born in one hall, rode side by side and never did soar. Both have lost the girl that they adore. Bellies empty, their hearts were sore. Bellies empty, their hearts were sore. Thank you.
Alrighty. Is there anyone in this audience named Mary O'Neill? No? See, because it's not half bad of a guess, you know, given traditional Irish names. This tune is called Mary O'Neill. It's also called O'Carolyn's Favorite Jig. It was written or composed because the poor man wasn't writing much since he was blind. Written by Turlough O'Carolyn lived from 1670 to 1738. Contrary to popular belief, Charlie Hayman and I did not go to high school with him. Thank you, Mary Venorni. We'll follow that with a nice version of Munster Buttermilk, the old session warhorse of a tune. This version comes to us from Paddy Glacklin, famous, very well-known fiddle player. And hope you enjoy it.
Thank you all so much. We're enjoying our day here so much with you all, and we're having such a great time playing music with you and showing you what a beautiful place the Centre for Irish Music is and what a beautiful community we have. I'm going to sing you a song, and this is an old Dublin street ballad. There are many, many different versions of it. Many many iterations, but the very, very fun part of this song is the chorus. Is anybody up for some counting? Can you go back by twos very quickly and very well? Well, if you can, please feel free to join in. But this is a beautiful song called The Spanish Lady. I hope you enjoy.
Tandy's house.
experience teaches me. But old age has laid her hand upon me. Cold as a fire of ash it goes. Gone is the lovely Spanish lady, neat and sweet about the soul.
So much. We're going to finish off this set with a set of polkas from the southwest of Ireland, County Kerry. And the first one has many names. One of the names is called the Curra Races, but that's also the name of a reel. And I've heard it said that that's not the correct name for this. That this is actually known as the Turin Derby Reel, which is a little town near Newmarket in County Cork. It's also in the Slieve Lucra area where there's lots of slides and polkas played. And the second tune, we'll follow that with a tune that's a new composition of the accordion player Damien Milan, who's originally from London, I believe, but he's moved to the Dingle Peninsula now, I think. He's in Kerry. And this is a polka that he composed. He calls it the New Polka. And he also composed a second one shortly after called the Newer Polka. But this is just the New Polka. And we'll finish off then with one composed by a musician named Christy Lay and from County Clare. And this is called the P&O polka. P&O is the name of a ferry line that crosses the Shannon. And he composed this after a particularly rough trip on the ferry. So the P&O polka.
That's it for us.
That's it.
You're up, Todd.
Thread our way through the air. Oh, thank you so much. Right through the forest of microphones. Let's hear it for group 2. They're coming along. Handing down the tradition of slagging fellow musicians at the Éigse. All right, friends. We're very, very close to the close of this evening's festivities. Okay, we're very close to the close of this evening's festivities. One more time before we have our grand finale. We're going to thank our sponsors, starting with Larkin Hoffman. Give it up for Larkin Hoffman. Also, we should thank our in-kind sponsors, the Celtic Junction Arts Center. Let's hear it for Celtic Junction Arts Center. We may be having Éigse Gaela evening here at a different venue, but our hearts and minds are always at the Celtic Junction Arts Center. Give it up! And speaking of Celtic Junction, many, many thanks to O'Shea Productions, who brought you the lovely sound and the lights and the entire evening. To Kieran Folliard and the Food Building. Let's hear it for Kieran Folliard in the Food Building. Should we talk about the tickets? Yep. There are still a few tickets for the Kieran Folliard Food Building Experience, friends, and it's not too late to get them. Go online and find those tickets. Also, thanks very, very much to Andy Imholt and Flatabo Advancement for helping with the auction tonight. A real live auctioneer. Yep. And, of course, the St. Paul Event Center for having us here this evening. St. Paul Event Center, many thanks. Thank you very, very, very much and infinite very much to Cormac and Christo and the tech crew. Let's hear it. Come on. Who endured many, many frequency nightmares trying to bring our music to you this evening. And also to the Board of Directors of the Center for Irish Music for all the hard work that they always do, of course. To the Éigse Planning Committee. Let's hear it for the Planning Committee. Without which we'd be bumping against the walls, falling down the stairs, and having less fun. And thank you so very, very much, finally, to all the many, many, many volunteers who helped to bring Éigse 2026 to you. Let's hear it for the volunteers. None better. And thank you so much, one and all, to you for attending and for supporting the Center for Irish Music. Thank you.
And we have great news. Our $30,000 we met it. Thank you so much. So I already taught you this song, so now it's your chance to sing it many, many times over. This is a song called Safe Home. It was written by an Irish-American named John Smith, and he wrote this song to send people home at the end of the night and to thank them. So Adrian is going to join me, and we're going to sing this song together with you and all these incredible instructors. Let's hear it one more time for Group 2. They were pretty good. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3.
We've come through the valleys, we've come through the fields, we've crossed over rivers to find ourselves here. We sang songs of sorrow, we sang songs of love. Let's sing one more together to send ourselves on. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Lay down bells are quiet, the whistles are still, only echoes remain from the jigs and the reels. The dance floor is open, our farewells are sent. Now it's time to be going till we all meet again. Save home, save home, save home, will you go? May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Save home, save home, save home, will you go? And until I next see you, save home, will you go? Save home, save home, save home, will you go? May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Save home, save home, save home, will you go? Until I next see you, save home, will you go? Until I next see you, save home, will you go? Beautiful, thank you. O'Shea Irish Dance. Woohoo! Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
High upon highlands and low upon Tay, Bonnie George come going out on a day. Saddled and bridled, so gallant rode he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Saddled and bridled and booted rode he, with a plume in his helmet and a sword by his knee. Home came the saddle, all bloody to see. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. mother with her heart full of care, and down came his lovely bride, tearing her hair. The meadow lies green, and the corn is unshorn. The house is unfinished, and the baby's unborn. The house is unfinished, and the baby's unborn. High upon highlands and low upon Tay, Bonnie George Campbell went out on a day, saddled and bridled, so gallant rode he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Home came his good horse, but never